Okay, welcome to Investor Series where we are going to talk about
market update,
ways to grow your wealth.
and how the benefits from investment.
Hi, welcome to our podcast again. My name is Ahmad Shahid.
And I'm Fairuzee. So we are back here for our weekly update, and arguably I could say the most important week for the investment for the markets this year of 2025. All right. So before we go
Yes.
into that, why is it the most important week? Maybe Shahid, you can share what is the update for S&P 500. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. First and foremost, I'm glad I'm back here this week.
Yeah. Welcome
Because last
back.
week I was absent. Okay.
Yeah.
So the update for this week, currently the market is 6846.
Oof.
If you look at in the last few days, there's a big drop.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's a
But
reason to it lah.
but it went up to all-time high, right? I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
yes. Yeah, it went up to a bit of an all-time high
Yes.
again for last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the current slightly drop is due to what we are expecting going to happen this week, which is the rate cuts, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So we can see here that actually today, Tuesday, right? 9 December before 10 December, investors are like, they are settling down, they are getting ready, they have this pullback because they are getting ready for tomorrow. Because we do not know what will happen for tomorrow. So tomorrow is the decision day, okay, where we have what we call here the Fed. Powell will actually announce whether they will cut the rates or not. Okay.
Yes.
So I think last week, okay, like we mentioned last week that I said that there's 3 reports, right? So I think today I will want to update what is the report like. Then from there we can actually try to anticipate whether it is going to cut or not. Fed is going to cut the rate or not. Okay, so there's 3 reports. The first report is the PMI report. So PMI report is the manufacturing report. So what does this report entails? It entails the business activity of the companies. Okay, so you can see that actually in the manufacturing report, it's quite low. It's less than 50. So less than 50, it means that the business is slowing down in the sense. All right. But the service PMI is going up a bit, but not so much. So overall, business is not doing well, okay, in terms of its activity. That's the first report. Second report is the ADP report. So the ADP report is the payroll report, the payroll data, where we can look at the number of jobs. But this one is only in the private sector, not in the public sector. The public sector's job report is a bit delayed. So they are looking at this ADP report for the private sector jobs, and they actually lost 32,000 jobs. So means to say that job employment is a bit low. Okay, so these two indicates that the economy might be slowing down, and that's a concern. So when it slows down, you need to do something. All right, because if people don't have jobs, how do people pay their rent, pay their expenses? And if business are slowing down, they need to do something to boost up this business activity, right? The last report is the CPE inflation. CPE inflation is to look at the price, how fast the price are going up. So month to date is down a bit. Okay, is down a bit month to date, 2.8%. Okay, from I think 2.9 or 3% month to date, but it is actually higher or not according to the Fed's requirement for cut rate, which is 2% of inflation. For the what we call here the Fed, if the interest or not interest, the inflation is 2%, then they will consider or they will confirm cut the rates. But now it's 2.8 only. But there's what we call here two sides lah basically. Okay, the prices is still going up, so means that people can still buy things, and that's why the price is still going up. But okay, jobs is looking down, business is slowing down. So this is where people are expecting, even right now, that they are expecting a interest rate cut lah. But is it
Hmm.
a lot? They might say by 25
Percent.
percent. Yeah, 25, 0.25.
0.2, yeah.
But yeah, we are not sure. That's where tomorrow, I would say tomorrow, Wednesday, is a very important day. Okay, and
Hmm.
of course, maybe in this podcast, we would like to know also, like, Shahid, you can share, like, what happens if interest rate is cut, or what
Mm-hmm.
happens if it is not cut. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. Okay, so looking at I mean, hearing to the report that Fairuzee shared earlier, right?
Mm.
So we now understand that there's slow in employment, it's
Mm.
slow in business. Okay, so
Yes.
when they proceed to perform the rate cuts, okay,
Yes.
first and foremost, this will allow the companies, okay,
Mm.
to do more borrowing. Okay, why
Mm.
they will
Okay.
be confident to do more borrowing? Because the interest cost will be lower for them.
Mm. Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
with that they can borrow more, they can spend more, invest more, and
Yes.
then at the same time they can also, because the interest rate is lower, they can gain higher profit.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, because they need
Yeah.
to pay lesser in the for the interest, so they have
Mm.
more net profit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
True.
so with that, with more money to spend, that can help them to do more employment.
Mm.
Okay, so if they have more money, they can employ people, and this will result to better employment for the people, for the consumers.
Yes.
So
Correct.
this will also help
Mm.
the report that Farid shared earlier. Okay, the
Yes.
slow from slow employment rate to a better employment rate.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So with more people getting employed, that will boost their confidence to also spend.
Mm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now that they are more confident
Yes.
to
Correct.
spend, so they will go out to the shopping mall. Maybe they spend online, and with this this will move the market lah.
Yes. Correct.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, for the normal people, right? Of course, they will have debt, meaning that home loans, they have
Hmm.
mortgage loans, they have maybe car loans, maybe certain loans, right? And if the banks actually lower their interest rate,
Hmm.
they will pay lesser debt lah. During that
Yes.
period. So when they have lesser debt, so basically they can spend more lah. They have extra
Hmm.
cash, so the extra cash either they spend, that's one,
Yeah.
either they invest. So spend
Hmm.
and invest both will, I would say, move the economy. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But of course, again, people might say that, why don't they cut the rates from the start, right? Just cut the
Hmm.
rate because it's really positive. But there's actually a downside of cutting the rates also, because then what we call here, the money going into the government will be lesser.
Hmm.
Then that's where sometimes economy crash, because if it is too high, then the inflation will go too high. Then
Yeah.
that's where, then when prices are too high, then there will be maybe a recession, for example.
Yes. Yeah.
So this is where I would say Powell and the Fed is actually
Hmm.
contemplating, like, even though actually when talk about Trump really wants it to be cut lah, because
Yeah.
it will
Yeah.
look good in the economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if the rate is not cut, Shahid?
Yeah, so if the rate is not cut, I think from what you shared earlier, so
Mm.
the current market is slow, the business is low, so business will remain slow. Okay, and if
Mm.
that's the case, then employment will slowly getting higher.
Yes, correct.
Okay, with no job, with no income, that will prevent people, or they won't have the confidence to really spend, and that can really
Mm.
further slow down the market.
True.
Okay,
Yeah.
and with that,
So
the stock market, the investment market will also slow down.
yes, correct. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if it slowed down, it
Yes,
went down, then it's okay. We buy more, right? Because
yes,
if
yes.
it's going up too high, also we as investors, we will feel like, oh no, like, it's too high already. So how
Yes.
do our clients, how do we ourselves profit from it? Because it's too high already. Then the only
Mm-hmm.
way that we can profit is go higher. right?
Yeah.
So if it is not cut, and which is I would say a 10% probability, not too
Yeah. Not
high,
cut.
it's very low, no
Yeah.
cut at all, then it is good also because the market will go down, because
Mm-hmm.
also because they will feel that, oh no, we have been expecting a rate cut, suddenly it doesn't cut. So there will be a what we call here a pessimism there, and
Mm-hmm.
then the market will drop a bit lah, of course. All right. And
Yes.
even if there's a rate cut, right, there might be a bit of a drop. Okay, there might be a bit
Yes.
of a drop also because maybe people are taking profits, for example. Now it's quite
Yeah.
high already. So maybe a
Yes.
bit of a drop, then maybe it go up back. So
Mm.
this is where we as investors, you all as investors, we have to understand that. So whenever that it went down, you will not like be a bit panic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is important. So and why I say that there might be like there is a probability of no cut, because this is the last term for Mr. Powell,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he can just say, okay, I don't cut the rate. Next year they cut lah. That's their problem lah. They cut, right?
Yes.
So it can be that also. If he's
Mm.
thinking like, okay, I want to control the economy much more, because take it note, CPE inflation is the Fed's favorite gauge for the economy. Of course, we can say about the job employment. Of course, we can talk about the PMI, the business side of things, but
Mm-hmm.
the prices is still the main concern. And it is
Yes.
still not that down yet. It is still quite high, 2.8%.
Mm.
Even though it's not as high as 4%, 5%, but it's still 2.8% higher than the Fed's what we call here, what we call the limit lah.
Mm.
So yeah, so there is two possibility, and we
Yeah.
as what we call here as investors, we have to be prepared for both lah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I think if we look from a long-term perspective, both results is a good opportunity.
yes,
If
correct,
the rate cut happen and the market moves up, then it's good for us because we will gain more profit. But if
correct.
the rate cut doesn't happen and the market moves down, then it's an opportunity for us to buy more.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
It
So
is
this
good
is
for us.
why, correct. Yeah. So this is why I am like I will encourage for those of you who really need your money, to be used maybe next month, next 2 months, next 3 months. You can take out the money now, okay, before the announcement of the rate cut. Okay, because now it's quite stable, and I am sure that there might be some what we call here profits that you have gained. Okay, so you have to, you can take out the money like if you really need the money. But if you the money that you have in the investment is for the next 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years, or even 10 years, then no worries lah. It's just that now,
Yes.
now is just how do you actually do the allocation and strategy lah. If you don't
That's
know, you
right.
can DM us, okay, in our
Yeah.
Instagram. Yeah. Okay. So, anything else, Shahid, you want to share with our listeners?
I think the normal advice lah. Just keep
Yes.
investing, you know.
Correct.
Oh, and remember to follow us on YouTube
Yes.
and keep
And
listening to our podcast.
yes, and follow us in Instagram too, because we will uploading the reels, the short reels. If you don't have time to watch these 10 minutes, then you can just watch in the reels. And also, we will be posting the report. Okay, we will posting the result of the decision day, and then from there we will put what is the implications of that result. So it will be most likely, if you are in Asia, okay, we are in
So,
Singapore, you'll likely be Thursday morning
tomorrow,
lah. We will
yeah,
already, yeah. Tomorrow will
posting
be the what we
the
call
result.
here the result, but it's not tomorrow. Tomorrow in Singapore, it will be tomorrow night lah, basically.
Yeah.
And it's around like 12 a.m. In the morning. So most probably Thursday morning we will upload what we call here the posting on what is the result and what is the implication. So do follow us, and in Instagram and even in YouTube. Right. So I think that's all for today. And those of you who are going for holidays, have a safe travel. And Shahid, have a safe travel.
Yeah, thank you. I'll be away for 1 week.
Yeah, so so that's all for today, for this week. Just get ready for Thursday morning, okay, and watch out for updates in our Instagram. All right, I think
Yes.
that's all. Thank you. We see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.